Well, it was exactly 1 week ago, WBOC held our first town hall meeting in Milton. At that event, we heard from various people who voiced their concern about issues in Sussex County. Now, one woman says she has genuine concern over something called purchase of care, which is funding that goes towards low-income children for daycare.
We've been talking a lot about the unfairness to seniors, but I'd like to also point out something that a lot of people don't know. The state has a purchase of care arrangement for poor children so that they can go to preschool and daycare. The rates are different for the 3 counties. Ours is the lowest by far, which really impacts the child care facilities. That they won't take the purchase of care kids because it doesn't meet their needs.
We're joined now by our Sussex County Bureau Chief Evan Koslov. And Evan, since that meeting, you looked into this topic of purchase of care and why Sussex has the lowest rate of all 3 counties.
Good evening, Paul. For 2 to 5-year-olds, the state will pay just over $18 per day right here in Sussex County. That compares to just over $20 per day in Kent County and $26.50 in Newcastle County. Now some Sussex daycares say that this isn't fair.
Good Jesus! Good Jesus!
At Primeros Pasos, a daycare in Georgetown, it's playtime. And while some are biking and others are sliding, 5-year-old Journey isn't leaving her grandma, Michelle DiStefano's side. DiStefano says Journey's parents are currently out of the picture, and so she receives purchase of care funding from the state to send young Journey to daycare.
It means that I can put her in a safe place for her to be in daycare, a place where she has fun, and I can work.
Sing around the rosy.
And she's not alone. At Primeros Pasos, more than 90% of the children are receiving purchase of care. That means the state pays a portion of the bill. The only requirements are that the caregiver is working or in school and their income is below a prescribed amount.
Others in the state of Delaware receive so much more.
But board member Dave Baker says Sussex is getting a smaller cut of the pie than they deserve. Data from the Division of Social Services shows that if the daycare was in Newcastle County, they would receive 47% more funding for purchase of care than they do now.
Cost of living is virtually the same throughout the state of Delaware, but our rate is so much lower, and it's very difficult to make ends meet.
Yes! All right.
But the DSS tells WBOC that upstate receives more funding for a reason. To decide the rates, they conduct what's called a market rate study every 2 years to find out what daycares are charging across the 3 counties. And consistently, Newcastle County has charged significantly more.
How you feeling? How's your cough?
But back at the daycare, DiStefano says that she hopes something will change to address her need. All right, now Baker says it's the methodology that they're concerned with because they say it fails to take into account the household income. Now, we do have some numbers from the 2012 census. If you take a look, in Newcastle County, the median household income was about $65,000. That compares to about $56,000 in Kent County and $53,000 in Sussex County. Meanwhile, in just the Georgetown area, that number is just about $45,000. From the Sussex County Bureau, I'm Evan Kozloff. Back to you guys.
All right, Evan, thanks. If you'd like to see more of what our town hall meeting was like, check it out on Twitter at #WBOC Town Hall. You'll see pictures and the wide range of issues our viewers shared with us last week at the Milton Fire Hall.